Tucked away in the centre of Ilkley is the Manor House, well worth the visit for the artefacts that it houses, as well as regular touring exhibitions.
The Manor House is a great place to explore the history of Ilkley. It's a very beautiful building. It's next to the A65, just next to the parish church. It's well signposted from the station. There are very good transport links to the Manor House.
It has a permanent gallery downstairs. Upstairs it has an art gallery.
Although it's called the Manor House, it was only named that during the campaign to save it from demolition. It was always known locally as the Castle, and outside is called Castle Yard. The earliest parts of the Manor House go back as far at least as the 14th century. Built directly on the site of the Roman fort Olicana, we have some of the very important finds from the Roman fort that were dug up over the centuries in Ilkley.
Many of the stones which comprise the Manor House were taken from the Roman fort site, and there's always been quite a close relationship between the Manor House and the church, not least because the basic building blocks of both are the Roman fort stones. Parts of the building have very thick stonework, so it would have been a defensive mechanism.
There was a peel tower here once. Upstairs at the Manor House we have a guard room. It's very unusual for a manor house to have a toilet like that. So there's all sorts of aspects of the Manor House which make it a kind of exhibit in itself, in addition to the displays that we have on and the exhibitions upstairs. The house itself, apart from being very beautiful, is a very intriguing house.
The Friends of the Manor House do provide educational services. We've just initiated a website. We hope that more people will come and enjoy what is a very valuable and delightful local amenity.
To help people explore the Manor House and the history of the area, we run a full programme for schools and also for communities. So, for example, we run a Romans workshop, which includes a short Roman drama written specially for the Manor House. We have a rolling programme of events for adults and families throughout the year. It's best to check our website for details of that. 2011 is the 50th anniversary of the Manor House becoming a museum. We're going to have a series of events celebrating the rich and varied past. Not many people know that during Victorian times the Manor House was actually a slum. We want to trace some of those families that used to live in the Manor House during those times to help us celebrate the fact that it's still very much a building at the heart of the local community. There's disabled access to the ground floor of the museum with a video link to upstairs, so you can actually see the upstairs rooms. And we have a well-stocked shop full of interesting souvenirs from Roman and Victorian times. The Manor House could be part of a great day out in Ilkley, where you can go and look at the moors, you can look at White Wells, the site of the original spa, and visit some of the lovely tea shops in the town. If you want to look up details of our events and activities, go to www.bradfordmuseums.org.